My background is really wrestling. I've been wrestling since I was a freshman in high school, and Coach Tomes was my wrestling coach. He was actually my football coach, and then became my wrestling coach. He brought me to wrestling, and he actually is the reason why I'm here. He was a great coach in high school, and he coached at Carroll, and he invited me to come wrestle for him, and I was like, he did a really good job with me. In Florida, I was like, I trust this guy, so I moved up here and started wrestling for him at Carroll, and that turned out, that worked really well. I liked that a lot. So we wrestled at this fight gym. It was Waukesha Mixed Martial Arts, the fight gym. It's a great gym owned by Reese and Mary Shaner. We were wrestling there, and one day Reese had an extra spot open. It was a pancreation event. He was like, "Hey, I came to watch." And he was like, "Hey, you want to jump in, do a pancreation event?" And then I was like, "Hey, why not?" So I came in and did it, and I was like, "Oh, I kind of like this stuff." I was like, "Yeah, I like it." So that's really how it started. Just by kind of like a fluke. I just jumped in and for a day and just did, a fight. I train every day. Mondays and Wednesdays I do the jiu-jitsu or the cardio class, and I also do the wrestling Mondays and Wednesdays. And Tuesdays and Thursdays I teach the little kids wrestling class, and I do from 6:30 to 7:30 I do the kickboxing class, and then from 7:30 to 9 I do fighter training. Yeah, I just found out Sunday. Reese called me and he was like, "Hey, I have a fight, I have a fight coming up this weekend. Do you want to take it? It's 135." And I was like, I was originally 140, 146. So I was like, let me know. I'm 146. I'll try to get down to 135. But yeah, I'd love to take it. And he's like, "All right, I'll set up a catch weight for you and see if you can do that." And so he set up a catch weight for 139. So I was able to, I can make 139. It's not that bad.
Okay. Know about him?
I don't really know. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, to be honest. I never really like to research even with wrestling, when I wrestle, I don't really like to research my opponent, and because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, because my style is going to be my style, you know what I mean? Unless it's, unless it's when I'm pro champion and I'm going against a really good guy, then I'm going to have to, go look at, adjust some things, but this, I don't really, it's not really a big deal to me. Honestly, my goals are just, I'm going to try to just take it to this, as hard as I can, and either win by knockout or submission, hopefully knockout. I don't really want the fight to go into third period, just because I want to. I'm setting this goal that I want to win every fight by knockout. So maybe on the ground or stand up. Either way, I want to win every fight by knockout. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I work on stand up a lot. That's probably the thing I work on the most is my stand up, because I wrestle, so that's there. So I try to work on my stand up and jiu-jitsu a lot. The guys in the gym help me. They're amazing. They help me train like no other. So that's great that I'm fortunate that they're able to help me with my jiu-jitsu skills and my stand-up. Yes, Coach Tomes and Reese Shaner will be my corner, and I trust in them. Whatever they say, I'm gonna do. They say do a flying tornado squirrel backflip, I'm gonna do it. Well, the main thing is with wrestling, we would go over mainly the same techniques, for different guys. In MMA, you have to change up what you learn for your opponent that's coming up. Say, your opponent's a wrestler, it's we're going to be doing lots of takedown defense. If our opponent's more a stand-up guy, we're going to be doing a lot of, takedowns, so it's in MMA, it's mainly we train for the person. In wrestling, we just train for everybody. It's, what I mean? It's kind of we just... So, but I think, it's a lot different. It's a lot different because some of the things, with my wrestling, some of the things, sometimes it kind of puts me in bad positions with, guys who are really good at jiu-jitsu. But then again, sometimes it puts me in really good positions, so it's kind of like a 50-50. I am excited. I'm super excited to, use knees and elbows. Like, I like, I've never really, done knees and elbows, but, like, honestly, I love, like, doing, because in practice, we do, like, elbow drills and stuff, and I was like, man, I would love to do that in fight. Like, I love doing elbows, because, like, if I'm on top of somebody on the ground, I'd way rather throw an elbow than a punch, because it's so, you close more distance with an elbow. So I'm super excited for that. I can't wait to add that in there. Honestly, it means a lot to me, like, the other day I was just realizing, like, I think, for whatever reason, I was born to do this, this is like my calling. Like, I was born to fight, like, I always knew when growing up I was born to do something big. I just didn't know what, and I think this is it. So, it means a lot to me that I'm able to have this opportunity to do. I would just probably, some good luck, and like, if anything, I don't, nothing bad against him. I don't, I'm not gonna, like, talk bad, about him. I don't want to necessarily, like, hurt him. I'm just, just doing, what I like, it's just, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things,
to do.
Yeah, it's a fight, I don't, like, I don't want to hurt him, I hope I hope I don't, like, put him in the hospital or anything, but, I want to,
Yeah.
I'm in there doing what I like to do, so. I do, but I rarely go on Twitter, but, I do. It's just Ode Osbourne.
Ode Osbourne?
Yeah.
Oh.
Other than I'm from Florida, this is my second year in Wisconsin. Well, almost second year. Coming September will be my full-on second year in Wisconsin, and, yeah, I'm just basically it, I'm just here, enjoying my time here. It's, I love it here. It's awesome, man. The fighting is definitely pretty intense, and